Hey boxing fans, welcome to another edition of Boxing for Real. I'm your host, Don Omega, Iron Truth. Here we go, talking about the upcoming fights this week. Looks like we're going to have, on the Outdoor Life Network, or whatever it is, they're finally starting their top-ranked cards. It's going to be Kelly Pavlik versus Bronco McCart. You might remember McCart from his losses to Winky Wright.
3 times.
That's really all he's really known for. And he'll probably lose to Pavlik. I don't expect that to be a very competitive. Also, Anthony the Messenger Thompson is fighting this weekend. And looks like it's just another match for him to get another win. Get back on the winning trail, and hopefully in the next couple fights we'll see him get to step up.
And you saw him last time on Showbox. He had a, I believe, 10-round decision, and you'll remember the referee warning both fighters the whole time, being a complete asshole about everything. You'll know who I'm talking about. I don't remember his name. Anyway, a horrible referee. Thompson, definitely a lot of skill. He does have one loss on his record, a third-round knockout loss to Grady Brewer, who's actually on the Contender Season 2 now. But anyway, Thompson has rebounded from that, it looks like. Hopefully he can get a rematch someday with him, and this should be a good showing for him on the July 27th, this Thursday coming up.
It'd definitely be great if he got a rematch with him if Brewer were to somehow win the Contender.
Yeah, that'd definitely be good.
Championship. Not a real championship, but it'd just be good to see. He could get some promotion out of it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, moving on, we also have on Wednesday night fights, Alicio Castillo versus Jonathan Banks. That's going to be the main event. For some reason on the undercard, fight bigger, I think. David Tua will be fighting.
Yeah.
He'll be fighting Gutierrez. Edward Gutierrez, just a no-name guy for him to beat up on.
I think he's 41 years old also.
he's on up there for sure,
yeah.
Probably 41. And
if Tua goes past, say, 3 rounds even, he needs to think about retiring, think about doing something else, because he should blow this guy right out. Hopefully he can come out and get a good, impressive knockout win and build his confidence back up to eventually step up his competition and fight someone of the elite heavyweights again.
David Tua is one of the heavyweight division's biggest underachievers, I'd call him, especially right now. He's had his promotional problems or whatever, but I mean, with the state of the heavyweight division, in his power, he has no reason he shouldn't have at least done a little better than he has done.
Yeah.
Here recently he's been fighting complete bums.
Yeah.
Obviously from a lot of inactivity, but still he's been taking complete bums the distance and doesn't need to be doing that.
And 3 losses on his record to Chris Bird, which completely embarrassed him and outboxed him. Lennox Lewis kept him away from him with a jab. Also Ikabe Ibuchi by decision.
All 3 great fighters, really good fighters. Ikabe Ibuchi, really strong fighter. He went to jail before his time, so we don't really know what would have happened with him.
I actually gave Tua the fight against him by decision. It was a 12-round fight. It was close, but I gave it to Tua. I was surprised that Tua was able to do that well against him, but Tua should have a loss to Hasim Rahman in their second fight for sure.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't have that, but we'll see what he does this week. So.
And he was close to losing to Frezaquindo.
Yes, and he basically lost every round up until the 9th.
But it is boxing, and there's always that chance of coming back, so he pulled through and came back on that fight. But again, underachiever, we'll see what happens with him. Don't expect much, because so far he's never proven himself to be able to step up. Okay, also Joe Green fights on that card. Hopefully they'll show it. No, there's no guarantee on that. They should show that over the quote-unquote main event.
Definitely.
And hopefully they'll show Mean Joe Green. He's fighting there, and he's supposedly fighting Friday again. That's how it's listed. I don't know if that's actually accurate or not. You never know with BoxRec.
Never know with up-and-coming fighters. Sometimes they will fight very often. Don't know about that often, but that'd be great if they would show him both times. But he's a good prospect, so make sure you watch that card to see him and David Tua. Hopefully they'll show Joe Green also. So.
Okay, this Friday we have a couple of cards also. It's going to be Friday night fights. We're going to have Sultan Ibragimov versus Ray Austin in the main event. It looks like Iron Mike Tyson is giving his bit of approval to Ibragimov for this fight. I don't know why Tyson likes him, but I mean, Tyson also likes guys like Joe Gaddy, so he's a huge Joe Gaddy fan. Joe Gaddy is the brother of Arturo Gaddy. He's worse than Arturo Gaddy, clearly. And Tyson likes him, so, well, what can you say? He likes some guys that, I guess he likes journeymen.
Proven by this.
And Sultan Ibragimov, should you really want Tyson's seal of approval? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess you would. He did actually say good comments about Tyson. He should win this fight against Ray Austin, probably.
Maybe.
And then we'll probably have to sit through Vladimir Klitschko beating him.
Yeah, either one. This is going to be Klitschko's next opponent after Shannon Briggs. Obviously, they're going to be the mandatory defense for Klitschko, the winner of this fight. Hopefully they can both knock each other out, so neither one of them gets the mandatory position.
That would be the ideal situation.
And in the first round also, so it will end quickly.
If Klitschko fought either Briggs or one of these two, fine. But fighting both of them in a row,
back to back, and of course
don't like that.
That's what he'll do, of course, and he'll use the excuse it's my mandatory. And of
that
course,
I don't hold against him because it is mandatory. If he wants to keep the title, he can't help it if they say that.
Well, they usually allow an
But he is
exception.
willingly taking the Briggs fight, so
Yeah,
where he
the
could have
problem.
gone after a bigger opponent. And I think he should have, especially after his last fight with Chris Bird, where he thoroughly dominated Bird.
Yeah.
He should have gone after someone better than Briggs, who he will probably dominate. Also on the undercard, a prospect, Samuel Miller. Haven't heard of him. He's a middleweight. I don't know much about him. I don't think you do.
Never seen him, so maybe he'll be something.
We'll see what happens with that. He might.
Friday.
I have a feeling he might put on the better show of the two on that card. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, over on Showbox later on, they're going to start up their super middleweight tournament. That tournament that only has like one guy that you may
He's
have
fighting this week, so watch.
actually looks impressive.
Yeah.
Henry Buchanan versus Lucas Arias. Picking Buchanan.
All
definitely.
the way with Buchanan in this fight throughout the tournament. He's definitely the best fighter on there by far. He should dominate all the way through. Also on the undercard of that, John Paul Mindy versus Dallas Vargas. Don't know who either of these guys are. I don't know where they found these super middleweights that they're supposedly calling contenders. There's a lot better prospects out there. Anyway, make sure you watch Henry Buchanan at least.
Watch the Henry Buchanan coming out party tournament. Okay, well that's going to be our show. Thanks for tuning in. Don Omega, Iron Truth, OmegaFights.com. Email us boxingforreal@gmail.com. Check our friends at FightFan.com out. We'll be working with them soon.